Mythical Pokemon. Pokemon that have been distributed over the years via events, mystery gift, or some other special occasion. These Pokemon back in the days of the early games were very hard to obtain due to them only being accessible at limited places and times, for example in Gens 3 and 4. However, as the gens passed by, we started to get Pokemon via access codes at GameStop, or even ones that Game Freak distributed to mystery gift, making mythical Pokemon a lot easier to obtain. Some of these mythical Pokemon are also very strong and are probably some of the best Pokemon in the entire Pokemon world. So today, me and my buddy Auraguardian are here to give you guys our thoughts on what the top 10 mythical Pokemon are.
Hello viewers, how are you doing? So as we know, the subject of the strongest Pokemon has already been covered throughout YouTube, so to mix things up a little bit, instead of focusing on legendary Pokemon as a whole, we're going to be tackling what we think are the strongest mythical Pokemon, since mythicals are seen a lot less throughout the Pokemon games than pretty much any other type of Pokemon, due to how rare they are. Quite a few of them don't always get the spotlight. Well, that's what this video is for. To count down what in our opinion are the top 10 strongest mythical Pokemon. At the bottom of the list, we have the first mythical introduced into the 6th generation, being Diancie. On its own, Diancie only comes across as a more offensive version of Carbink. Nothing too great on the surface, however what gets Diancie onto the list is its Mega Evolution. This Mega makes Diancie go from a slightly better version of Carbink to more like Carbink on steroids. It does lose some defense, but in return gains immense attacking stats and a great 110 speed, making it an effective fairy sweeper. Just be sure to move tutor the move Earth Power onto it to cover its steel weakness. Additionally, its ability Magic Bounce, which is a pretty amazing competitive ability, deflects any status moves back to the opponent. So Diancie may only be on the list because of its Mega. But hey, it's a pretty damn strong Mega.
Over on Aura's channel, we talked about a certain Pokemon on the list and how it had a better counterpart. Well, it definitely is the better half, because in the number 9 spot, we have Manaphy, and this Pokemon is a monster despite of how cute it looks. Manaphy has access to an amazing move pool, has great stats, and the best part is it has access to the move Tail Glow, which raises a Pokemon's special attack stage by 3 stages. If you were able to get even one of these set up on Manaphy, your opponent better start saying their prayers and hopefully they can survive at least one hit. With Manaphy also having 100 base stats across the board, you can run a physical set, special set, or if you want to be that person, substitute toxic. At this point, I'm just looking at the move pool. Never mind, all you need is Tail Glow, and you'll shred. Scarf and Spec sets are also fun too.
Have you ever heard of the term flinch hacks? Well, you're looking at one of the embodiments of it. Jirachi is an all 100 stat mythical with the Serene Grace ability. This doubles the chance of the secondary effects of moves happening, which is great for Jirachi since it gets access to a stab, base 80, 100% accurate move with a 30% chance to flinch the opponent. Coupled with the Serene Grace ability, means that if Jirachi outspeeds the opponent and hits it with a 9 head, there is a 60% chance that your turn is wasted. It also gets access to Thunder Wave, meaning a paralysed opponent is almost definitely going to be slower and have even less chance of moving. Or if you just want to be an all-out flinch haxer, you can just give Jirachi a scarf and flinch hacks till you win. Given that Jirachi's typing is overall great defensively, as well as having solid bulk, you can just imagine how annoying one of these things must be to battle against.
Back in the day, going up against this Pokemon was a nightmare, especially back when I knew nothing about competitive battling, period. What really made this Pokemon formidable was the fact it knew the move Dark Void, but later on it got nerfed. Even without Dark Void though, Darkrai can easily shred teams with a couple nasty plots. You can even run Scarf if you don't feel like setting up. It's a good revenge killing Pokemon. I guess the only downside about Darkrai is if you were still in Generation 4, you would have a hard time obtaining this Pokemon legitimately. Other than that, it's a great Pokemon.
Here we have another all 100 stat mythical, this time taking the form of a V for Victory. Victini's unique ability Victory Star makes all move used by itself as well as allies 10% more accurate, making Victini an effective doubles partner for those who enjoy using slightly less accurate moves. However, that's not the main reason why Victini is here. What the majority would see as the main selling point for Victini is its signature move V-Create, the highest base stat power move in the game. not including Explosion, or Self-Destruct, or Z moves. It's a very powerful move, okay? At base 180, it can demolish almost anything that doesn't resist it, the only drawback being a stat drop in both defenses and speed. But because of the sheer power this move packs, it was too good not to include. The move is also 95% accurate, but thanks to Victory Star, this is a move that Victini shouldn't ever be missing.
Oh my god, I love Shaymin a lot. More so its land form than its sky form, but its sky form is number 5 on this list. This Pokemon is Grass Flying Jirachi with Serene Grace, and let me say it's just as annoying as Jirachi, if not worse. This beautiful majestic flyer has 127 speed and 120 special attack, and is a lot more deadlier than Jirachi is. Air Slash flinching for days, and your opponent will rage. It also has moves like Earth Power, and that move has a chance to lower the target's special defense of Serene Grace. That secondary effect is increased, so it's easier for a special defense drop. Also, can we talk about Seed Flare, 40% chance to lower special defense of Serene Grace? Oh, Tailwind too, double the speed for 4 turns, yeah, GG. Yeah, this Pokemon is broken, and I adored it in the movie it debuted in, but the English dub for the land form of Shaymin, oh god, talk about cringe.
Next we have arguably the strongest, most versatile bug type in the game. Genesect may not have stats that look amazing at first, but the rest of it is definitely something to behold. For starters, its typing is one of the best, with many resistances and only one weakness, along with its ability download, giving it a boost in one of its attack stats. But the main thing that makes Genesect so great is in its move pool. Its signature move Technoblast is an 100% accurate, base 120 power move with no drawback. No stat drop, no recoil damage, and on top of that, you can change the type of the move depending on the drive that Genesect is holding. It also gets U-turn, making it one of the best choice users in the game, with the additional stab boost. So Genesect is overall one of the most versatile Pokemon you can wish for. Great typing, great ability, great moves, great design, what's there not to love?
This Pokemon got released via GameStop codes, and this little shadow is a monster. Marshadow's signature attack, Spectral Thief, has the ability to steal the opponent's stat boost before attacking. So if Arceus is +6 Swords Dance, that's getting taken. See ya. That in its own right throws this Pokemon in the number 3 spot on the list. Other than that, it's your typical powerhouse mythical Pokemon, and the cool thing is, it's one of my favorite Pokemon from Alola. This Pokemon is as deadly as Spectral Thief. Enough said. Whoa, 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 hold your horses, comment section. Don't think we've forgotten Mew. Actually, we kinda did, or more so I did. Aura reminded me in a Twitter DM, so we're all good. Mew is going to share the number 3 slot with Marshadow. It's got 100 base stats all across the board, and you can practically teach it whatever move you want. It can be used as any role. It's an amazing Pokemon, and it shares DNA coding with all the Pokemon. I am so sorry, Mew. You are an adorable Pokemon. I have committed a deadly Pokemon sin by excluding you and forgetting you. Please forgive me. You were also adorable in Pokemon the first movie.
While some people might argue that Deoxys is no longer a mythical Pokemon because you can catch one in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, we're still gonna treat it as such. Deoxys, as we all know, doesn't come in one form, but comes in 4. Its regular form acts as a powerful glass cannon, its attack form acts as an even more fragile, more powerful glass cannon, the defensive form is slower, but can tank hits and stall, and the speed form is the fastest Pokemon in the game, almost guaranteeing a setup turn 1. Deoxys' biggest selling point is the utility it can provide, being able to fit almost any role you need. Do you need a sweeper? A staller? Deoxys has got you covered. Overall, you're probably not going to see the regular form being used much, since the attack form does its job better. And even though the attack form dies earlier, the regular form is still extremely frail, so you might as well just go all out. So yeah, Deoxys is pretty damn good.
Okay, everyone was expecting this Pokemon. It's God itself, and of course, it's the most powerful mythical Pokemon. Swords Dance, Extreme Speed, and Judgment. That's all you need to do. 120 stats across the board, the move pool, that's all I gotta say, and that's all you need to know. Arceus is literally a god. Well, those were our top 10 strongest mythical Pokemon. All these Pokemon have been distributed over the years, and regardless of how hard they are to get, whether it be back in the day or right now, they are definitely very powerful in their own right. I'm curious though, what are the weakest ones?
Thanks for having me back on. We also did a video over on my channel with a kind of opposite take, counting down what we think are the 10 weakest legendary Pokemon, mythicals included, so be sure to check that out if you haven't already come from there.
If you guys did enjoy this video though, be sure to leave a like and go check out Aura. Also, why not subscribe if you like my content? With all that being said though, I'm Mystic Umbreon and I will see you guys next time.